Hey guys, I'm Adam, this is On The Break, and welcome to episode 16 of the FM20 beta series here with Chelsea. Today we have got that Arsenal doubleheader. I'm not sure how all this has been scheduled, but we're going to take advantage of it to bring something a little bit different this episode. So we have got Arsenal away from home, the Boxing Day fixture, and then 2 days later we take them on at home, both in the Premier League. Since you were last with us, which was the 1-0 win away at Huddersfield, you can see that we carried on that good run of form with 3 more wins. We beat Wolves 4-0, we beat Brighton 3-0, and then in the Europa League, we beat Real Sociedad 1-0. But the wheels started to fall off a little bit. We lost 2-0 away from home to Man City. We didn't look that great in this one, to be honest, but it's not a disgraceful result. Obviously, Man City, a team with incredible class. More disappointing, though, was a 2-1 home defeat to West Ham. They went ahead after 3 minutes through Stuani. And although Deulofeu got us level fairly quickly, we never really looked like going ahead. And when Yarmolenko caught us out to score on the counter-attack, that sealed a victory for them, unfortunately. So all of that leaves us sat 4th in the Premier League table. So after the high of last episode and going top of the table, we've already managed to throw that away. We're now 4 points behind Arsenal. Everyone's played 17 games, so we're not in the position that we wanted to be in. And we need to have a good run of form to really get back to that top spot and try and make it our own. 2 wins in this episode would put us in a fantastic position. So, we're going to get underway. I haven't picked the team for this one yet. We're going to go through it now. So, Deulofeu picked up a bit of an injury. He's going to have to sit out, but luckily Douglas Costa is back to fitness. Lacking a little bit of match sharpness. But it's good enough to get the start today. We're going to put Pulisic onto the bench. We have seen nothing of Christian Pulisic this season. He's played twice in the Carabao Cup. And he's come off the bench once in the Premier League. Not even long enough to get an average rating. He was really, really poor last season. I've been really disappointed with him. But hopefully, if he comes off the bench today, he can make a bit of an impact. In other changes, the fitness looks pretty good. Cavani's not been at his best lately, so Tammy Abraham's going to get the start up front. He's been in a bit better form lately, grabbed a couple of goals. And we're also going to get Rudiger back in at the back in place of Voba. So I think that is probably the team we're going to go with. Actually, we're going to make one more change. We're going to get Matuidi back into the midfield as well. So the team that we're going to go with is Kepa in goal. Back 4 of James, Tomori, Rudiger and Emerson. With Matuidi and Kovacic in midfield, Douglas Costa, Bruno Fernandes and Hudson-Odoi in behind Abraham up front. Although we're away from home, we are going with the 4-2-3-1. I think if we can try and keep our foot on the ball a bit against Arsenal, maybe disrupt their possession play, we might be able to get some joy there. Arsenal there, you can see their lineup full of quality. Smith Rowe playing as the number 10 is a bit of a shock. Didn't expect him to be in the side. But a front 3 of Aubameyang, Lacazette and Pepe, that's enough to strike fear into anyone. We're going to passionately tell the guys that we owe Arsenal for what happened last time. I don't actually know what happened last time. I'm assuming they beat us. But they're all motivated. We're ready to get underway. And hopefully we can go and get a positive result. So we do get the first highlight then with Rudiger taking the throw in. And Emerson puts a lovely quick ball over the top to Tammy Abraham. And what a start that is. 9 minutes in. And Tammy Abraham puts us 1-0 up. He's been in electric form lately and he's got us off to a flying start here. So Rudiger taking the throw in. I'm not sure why it's not the fullback, but we're glad it's not because Emerson puts a lovely ball over the top of the defence. And Abraham slots it in the bottom corner. Leno in goal has got no chance. But they might get the opportunity to peg us back immediately here with Bellerin on the right hand side. Kovacic dispossesses him and are we going to get another chance on the counter-attack? Tammy Abraham running down this left hand channel. It's a good tackle by Anderson, to be fair. And he does get the ball clear. And now Lacazette is in 1-on-1. It's a big save from Kepa. Arsenal with another chance now. Smith Rowe with the free kick. And they do get the equaliser. It's really poor from our point of view. Aubameyang with his 11th goal of the season. And our defending from set pieces is quite poor. See there, Smith Rowe puts a deep ball over. Kepa comes for it. And if you come, you've got to get there. Aubameyang heads into an open goal. And again, it's another free kick. Matuidi heads this one away. And what has happened there? Has Douglas Costa just headed that down for Aubameyang? He scored 2 in quick succession and we've gone behind. We'll see it in 3D. Smith Rowe putting the free kick in. Matuidi heads it away. And Tierney beats Douglas Costa to the ball. That's really poor defending again. Kepa's on a 5.1. I think that's a touch unfair. I don't think you can blame him for the second one. But I guess the first one was bad enough. And again, it's an Arsenal set piece. Smith Rowe's put the corner in again. This time it's headed away by Kovacic, but it falls to Pepe. Back to Smith Rowe. And Kepa does make the save from Lacazette. Are we going to get the opportunity to build something on the counter-attack? Rudiger with a big ball down the left-hand side, but Hudson-Odoi can't get there. He does win in, though, to take the ball from Bellerin. And now with Matuidi, Tierney heads his ball away. Douglas Costa has got Reece James on the overlap if he can get the ball in. It's blocked and falls to Matuidi, and Kovacic with the chance to shoot goes just wide. So in terms of stopping Arsenal from keeping the ball, we're doing really, really well. 67% possession. But they're dominating us on these set pieces. Lacazette is unmarked again. And Anderson gets his first goal of the season. They're absolutely battering us from these set pieces. They've had 3 clear-cut chances, all of them from set pieces, and all of them have led to goals. Lacazette is unmarked and just able to pick out Anderson. And he's a yard off the line just to be able to poke home. And we have been absolutely awful in this first half. We got the dream start. Tammy Abraham put us ahead. We were looking good. And we're going to get aggressive with them. Show me something else in the second half. I can't even hook Kepa because I haven't got Magnan on the bench. Is there any point going to that counter-attacking system now? I don't think it'll help. I mean, at this point, we might as well use the opportunity to get Pulisic on, see if he can provide anything. Problem is, they're all playing so poorly that you can make a case for any of them coming off. I think we're going to leave it at the one change for now, but Hudson-Odoi probably next to come off if he doesn't start performing. Bellerin now to Smith Rowe down this right-hand side just after kickoff. He beats Bruno Fernandes. He's into the box. Reece James heads away and Matuidi clears as far as Tammy Abraham. He does well to hold it up. Pulisic now with a chance to run. He really needs to make an impact, but he's dispossessed by Xhaka. He does win the ball back though from Aubameyang. Back to Kovacic. And Emerson out on that left-hand side could have made a bit of a run. Abraham gets dispossessed. Anderson now clears and Aubameyang's in acres of space and you're never going to catch him. It's really scrappy at the minute. End-to-end stuff. Neither team can really keep hold of the ball. But Arsenal are going to get the chance by the looks of it. Aubameyang's in and he makes it 4-1. And we just don't know how to deal with him. We just do not know how to deal with him. He's so quick and so direct. I mean, he skimmed Reece James as if he's not even there. Tomori might as well have not been there. Kepa's got no chance with that one. But it's always these big games that we fall apart in. And this is going to be 3 defeats in a row now. And we need to stop this awful run of form. We've got a highlight straight after the goal. We're building it around at the back. And at this point, I've got more faith that they're going to win the ball than we're going to actually create something. Bruno Fernandes, it's a poor ball. And one ball over the top. Lacazette's in. And Aubameyang with the chance again. A good save from Kepa. Smith Rowe to take yet another corner. Tomori heads away. We need to win these second balls. I don't think I've seen us win one all game. Lacazette now out on the left. Pepe's unmarked. Luckily he heads over. Arsenal have had 5 clear-cut chances and 3 half chances in this game. We have played so badly on the hour mark. We're going to make the change. Hudson-Odoi is going to come off. Victor Fisher is going to come on. And we're also going to get Reece James off. He's on a booking. We'll get Azpilicueta on. So we've made all 3 changes. So we've got to pray now for no injuries. But Arsenal coming again. And they're absolutely rampant today. Tomori gets ahead on it. But again, we lose out on the second ball. And Xhaka with the chance to go out to Aubameyang again. Azpilicueta gets skinned just as easily as Reece James did. And Lacazette makes it 5. What is happening? They've had 39% of the ball. But they're 5-1 up. We have been absolutely awful today. I think we'll be ringing the changes for this second match back at our place. Luckily, we haven't got far to travel. But Aubameyang, again, he's just gone past Matuidi. Kovacic has taken him out. It's a straight red, as if today couldn't get any worse. So Bruno Fernandes is going to have to come and sit as that deeper playmaker. Luckily, it's something he can do. Just get me out of this one, to be honest. I don't want to see any more highlights. I don't want any more embarrassment. I just want to finish the game. and go back to Stamford Bridge. Aubameyang again coming down this left-hand side. And I don't think I've seen anyone make a successful tackle on him. Xhaka's made it 6. Ay, ay, ay. Last episode, we were talking about a title push. And at this rate, we're going to be lucky to make the top 4 again. I mean, it's a decent finish from Xhaka, but it's nothing special. What an appalling result. It's not even over. Reece Nelson with the free kick. Manolas heads over. He's shown us a bit of mercy. And Kepa now taking the short goal kick to Tomori. But we don't even look like we're capable of building out of our own defence. Pulisic with a bit of a chance to run. Tammy Abraham's in. It's a smart finish. He makes it 6-2. But Tammy, I appreciate the passion of you running the ball back to the centre circle. But I think it's a little bit too little, too late. Pulisic can't even claim the assist because it's come from a Xhaka tackle. It finishes 6-2. What an appalling showing. We're just going to play through the bits off camera, see whether anything interesting comes up. It's only 2 days until the Arsenal game. At least we're not the only ones getting thumped. Man City have beaten Stoke 6-0. Stoke have been really good this season. They were like 5th or 6th in the league. Not far behind us. So, interestingly, Jody Morris thinks we should change 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't count to 6. So he thinks we should make 6 changes for this one. Interestingly, the most likely change, he wants me to take out Kepa, which I think is something we are probably going to look at doing. Kovacic obviously is going to be suspended, so he'll have to be replaced. Jody Morris recommends Mason Mount, probably more likely to be Dominguez, with the possibility of Matuidi or Jorginho partnering him. Tammy Abraham had a decent game. I think he'll retain his place, but I think we are looking at changes in these forward areas. Right, let's have a look at these changes then. First one, Kepa out, Magnan in. Azpilicueta is going to have to come in at right back. Reece James has got a suspension for his yellow cards. And like we discussed, I think Dominguez in for Kovacic. Matuidi's probably slightly fortunate to keep his place, but keep his place he will. Bruno Fernandes, he didn't have a good game, so he can sit it out. And Mason Mount can come in for him. I think Tomori is also going to sit this one out. He's not been at his best lately. Probably time to give him a little bit of a rest. So, team for the return game, the revenge mission against Arsenal, is Magnan in goal. Back four of Azpilicueta, Voba, Rudiger and Emerson, with Matuidi and Dominguez in midfield, and Douglas Costa, Mount and Hudson-Odoi in behind Abraham up front. So, unsurprisingly, Arsenal unchanged. Oh no, there is one change, sorry. Tierney started the last game, so Alex Telles comes in for him. We are hoping for a very different performance out of them. Aggressively, we need to step up here. We'll go with that rather than the revenge talk again. I think if you use it too often, it can sort of water down the impact it has. And we really do need to get into better form. We need to win a game, and it needs to be this one. First highlight of the game then, as Magnan takes the goal kick short to Voba. He puts a good ball over for Douglas Costa, who's taken on Telles. There's no real support for him. So he takes Telles on his own and he wins us a penalty. It's gone to VAR, but I'm pretty confident. Not sure who's going to take it though. It's Mason Mount. Just come back into the side. It's a big moment for him. And it's saved by Leno. Oh, and that is a huge moment. How much are we going to regret that at the end of the match? Pepe now beating Emerson as if he's not there. Magnan collects. Arsenal's turn to build from the back now, and Aubameyang in so much space out on that left-hand side. Azpilicueta does a decent job of closing him down. But Telles has got the freedom of Stamford Bridge on this left-hand side. And they go 1-0 up. It's all too familiar story. Granit Xhaka with his second in 2 games against us. And Alex Telles down that left-hand side. Azpilicueta decided to press Aubameyang, and we've been punished for it. I mean, it's just not a tackle, is it? Voba, I think that is the number 4. I mean, yes, you don't want to give away a penalty, but you've got to make a tackle. Not looking good. We're going to get aggressive. Show me something else. I don't like to hook a player just because he's missed a penalty, but Mason Mount on a 6.1, he's not going to win the game for us in the second half playing like that. So Bruno Fernandes is on. But as we get to the hour mark, no sign of any chances. We're going to stop there. 65 minutes on the clock. Tammy Abraham's coming off. Cavani's coming on. And I think maybe give it 10 more minutes and we're looking at a second change of maybe getting Haaland up there with him. I'm not happy to settle for another defeat here. Bellerin puts the throw-in in. Emerson heads away and Hudson-Odoi coming through the centre of the pitch now. He's sort of running at Arsenal without taking anyone on. He goes back to Douglas Costa, who does go past Xhaka. Dominguez now in a bit of space. Works it out to Emerson on the left-hand side. He keeps the ball in, puts the ball across. Manolas heads away, but as Pilaqueta collects, Hudson-Odoi, he heads just over. So, just short of 20 minutes left. We are going to get Erling Haaland on. We're going to take off Matuidi. We're going to get Haaland up front with Cavani. Are we really going to go with a poacher? Let's go with a poacher. But then I think we're going to do the complete forward on support. And then Bruno Fernandes is going to come and sit back in a slightly unfamiliar box-to-box role. But as it stands, we're 10 points behind Arsenal. Last episode, we were top of the league. Torreira puts the corner in. It's nodded down. Smith Rowe with the shot. Blocked by Hudson-Odoi. Nelson hits a wild one. In the space of 5 games, our season's fallen apart. Cavani hits the post. Last couple of minutes, and Arsenal with the ball in their own half. They're just working it around. They're not in a rush to create a chance. They're quite happy to keep the ball. But Lacazette now taking on Voba. And it's a foul. He's given away a penalty. And I bet you Alex Tellers won't miss. Oh, he does! Well, there we go then. Maybe I underestimated Mike Magnan. And maybe we've got a new first choice goalkeeper for a little while. But it does finish 1-0. And we've lost both of these games. 10 points off the top spot now. Next game is Sunderland in the FA Cup. I think we could well be taking quite a strong side to that one just to try and get the win. That is an appalling run of form. I think next episode will be a roundup of January if we do any business. But then we're going to come back for the Tottenham and Man United games. By the time we get to the end of January, they could prove to be 2 huge matches for our season. Realistically, you've got to think that we should win 6 from 6 in January. They are all winnable games. But if you have enjoyed us getting drubbed at the hands of Arsenal, please do leave a like on the video for me. It helps the channel massively and it means a lot as well. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss any FM20 content. And thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.